Did you know that almost 50% of the Japanese language is derived from Chinese? From its writing system to its grammar to its vocabulary, the influence of Chinese on Japanese is colossal. But how did this happen? In today's episode, we're going to look at 3 ways in which the Chinese language and culture impacted the Japanese. And make sure to stick around until the end of the video because the last one might surprise you. The first and perhaps most significant impact of China on Japan was the gift of writing. Prior to the 5th century AD, Japan had no native writing system and used a type of phonetic script called hiragana. It wasn't until around the 5th or 6th centuries that the Japanese adopted Chinese characters, known as kanji, and adapted them to their own language. This was not simply copying Chinese characters, however. Since Chinese and Japanese are different languages with different sounds and concepts, the Japanese had to modify the characters to represent their own language. This involved simplifying some characters, creating new ones, and even changing the pronunciation of certain logograms. This process of adapting Chinese characters to Japanese is nothing short of a miracle and is considered one of the greatest achievements of Japanese scholarship. It's hard to overstate the impact that writing had on Japanese society. It allowed for the recording of history, facilitated the growth of administration and bureaucracy, and enriched intellectual life. Writing became the basis for education, and those who were literate were highly valued in society. In fact, for centuries, classical Chinese, also known as literary Sinitic or Kanban, was the primary language of government documents, official histories, philosophy, and high literature in Japan, much like Latin in medieval Europe. The second point is closely related to the first and concerns the foundation of Japanese literature. Many of the early masterpieces of Japanese literature, such as the Kojiki records of ancient matters and the Manyoshu collection of 10,000 leaves, were compiled and written in kanji. These works not only demonstrate the beauty of the Chinese writing system, but also showcase the creativity and ingenuity of the Japanese people in adapting it to their own language. Moreover, the study of kanji and classical Chinese was an essential part of the education of the Japanese elite, and it continued to be the dominant form of literacy until the 19th century. Finally, the impact of Chinese on Japanese can be seen in the development of kana syllabaries. As I mentioned earlier, the Japanese created 2 syllabaries, hiragana and katakana, which are used for writing Japanese words. Interestingly, these syllabaries were directly derived from simplified kanji. This shows just how deeply ingrained Chinese characters are in the Japanese writing system. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe for more.